SCP-096.
Right. And what's that all about?
Did you pay any attention at all during the briefing?
Corey took a nap during the whole thing. Dude, shut up.
Corey, you are a liability. If you don't know what to do on the mission, it could be life or death.
Yeah, well, I can handle myself. I've survived a lot of things.
Your luck will run out one day, Corey, and when that happens, I hope you're nowhere near me.
Looks like we're reaching the landing zone.
All right, lock and load. No screw-ups.
Yes, ma'am.
So this SCP, whatever, what's its powers?
If you see his face, he will hunt you down and tear you limb from limb.
So how are we going to capture this thing if we can't look at it?
Well, Hooper over there is armed with a type of net gun that'll cover his face. We just gotta get close enough to use it.
Geez, what happened here?
Well, SCP-096 escaped containment somehow. We lost the entire facility in a matter of hours. Lost a lot of good minds here. Dr. Kemp, Dr. Guerrero.
That happened a while ago, though. Why are we investigating now?
An investigator on our New England campus turned up dead yesterday. Her wounds are consistent with the wounds found on other victims of SCP-096.
So why are we here in the cold?
We're hoping that 096 will return to a familiar place to lay dormant.
Well, they do call him the Shy Guy, and what place is more lonely than Antarctica?
Stay alert.
August 2016. This is Dr. Amelia Lane of
Research Institute, undertaking a reconstruction of the events leading up to the termination of the experiment at Randolph Carter Base, Antarctica, dated 24th August 2016. I find myself struggling with some basic facets of this case, and worry has clouded my mind, particularly given the events of the past days, so I begin fresh, in the hopes that I may finally understand what happened at the most distant outpost. The subject had by this time been in captivity for 5 years without incident, owing in no small part to the strict precautions regarding its containment. Indeed, it was for this very reason that the subject was kept at Randolph Carter, well away from any human settlements that could trigger catastrophe.
Don't know how you do it, Sullivan. I really don't. Darn thing gives me the Wiggins every time I so much as think about it.
So, you think seeing it's gonna make you feel better? I guarantee you that ain't so.
It's just so unnatural, being in total darkness like that.
It? Or us?
Do I have to pick?
I swear to you, LeClaire, you don't want to see that infernal thing. Not if you like keeping your brain pan in one piece.
What do you mean by that? I'll be darned. You peeked, didn't you?
Even if I did, which I didn't, think I'd be able to say anything about it to you? To anyone? The Institute would have me over a barrel faster than you could think.
Come on, it's not like they bugged the break room. They're not monitoring us.
What the Institute chooses to tell us or not tell us is their business. We protect this place. The Institute protects us. That's the deal we all signed up for.
Yeah, they keep us nice and safe by locking us away here at the end of the freaking world. Literally. And with that thing, if anything, I'd say we're in the unsafest position possible.
Classified means classified, LeClaire. Ain't no room for debate on that count. End of the world or no.
You saw it, didn't you? Like, actually laid eyes on it.
Nope.
You did, you sly dog. The heck does it look like?
I didn't. But trust me, man, you're better off.
Better off not knowing? Since when was ignorance ever a good thing?
Let it go, LeClaire.
Armstrong, weigh in on this. Would you rather know or not know what they're keeping in there?
If the institution says keeping the armpit of a freaking torturous while doing the hokey pokey, Sullivan, that's what I'm gonna do. Just here to get paid and go home to my kiddo.
Ah, you're both crazy then.
More like trying to avoid going crazy.
You hear that?
It's just the storm. If you think that's bad, wait till the real gusts get going.
Ah, don't talk down to me about storms, Sullivan. I've been stationed here just as long as you and... That was no wind.
Pretty sure we all figured that out already, LeClaire. It makes creepy noises sometimes. We know this. What's the point in talking about it?
How does this freakishness not keep you awake at night?
It does.
You're both nuts. You especially, Sully.
If I was nuts, I'd probably sound more like you. Desperate to see it.
Just to have a face put to it. I'm sure my imagination's way worse than whatever's actually in there. I haven't seen so much as a picture of it, and I've been here near on a year already.
And you don't think there's a reason for that?
Maybe, but I doubt it's any different than the rules of any big corp. Keep the little guy in the dark, keep your power over him.
Didn't give you that raise, did they?
That's not the point.
Sounds like leveraging to me. They don't want to up your pay, and now you want to get something on them to even the playing field. Oldest story in the world.
If they're gonna pay us dirt, then at least they could have the decency to let us know what kind of danger we're putting ourselves in covering their sorry, saggy butts. I like my brain pan nice and intact, thanks very much.
Months without sun, and it's now, when we're basically out of the woods, that you start going buggy.
Armstrong, think about what kind of fancy school you could send your kid to with a little extra dough in your pocket.
Keep me out of this one. Come on. Later, Sully.
Keep an eye on that one, eh? Don't let him push you around.
Will do.
Protocol was observed during the 4 o'clock shift change, and the on-site researchers, Dr. Guerrero and Kemp, retired from their duties for the evening. In an effort to limit the possibility of contamination, neither video surveillance nor optical tools of any kind were authorized in the containment chamber, or indeed anywhere in the facility. Of course, as with many such experiments, it seems that human factors such as tenacity and curiosity were not fully accounted for when those restrictions were put into place.
Pressure sensors and laser detectors indicate our guys hanging out in the northeast corner of the containment.
Digital crack monitor is functioning with normal parameters. Clear to proceed.
Yippee skip.
Accessing vault.
Assuming monitoring position against southern wall.
Beginning weekly security sweep with the west wall of the containment cube.
Anything yet?
Jesus, don't scare me like that, and no, not a dang thing.
You hear that?
Trying not to. Actually, could you shut up?
It's moving.
How much?
Just pacing.
By which wall?
Eastern, I think?
You think, or you know?
Yeah, Eastern. It's Eastern. God!
Dang it, LeClaire. You can't just say something like that. Looks wall intact. Moving on to the southern face.
I freaking hate it when it does that. Like, is it trying to talk? Can it talk? If it was a person, you'd think they'd just tell us.
Would you just shut up? What if it comes over here?
Then so much the better.
If you're even thinking of looking through that window.
Sully did.
And if Sully jumped off a...
What's going on down there?
A crack. Just a hairline one, but...
You sure about that?
No, it's this freaking blue light. I can't read the sensors.
Should we ditch?
Just give me a minute. I need to see how far it extends. These freaking lights!
Screw this noise. Hang on.
Wait, no! What did you do?
Holy! Did you see that?
Why did you look, you stupid?
Come on, run!
What happened? Is that a cell phone?
There's a crack in the wall and Armstrong couldn't read the handheld sensor, so I was gonna use it as a flashlight.
Give me that! Did you see it, Armstrong?
no.
You?
No.
Did you see it, Leclerc?
Yes, but only for...
It doesn't matter for how long. You saw it, and that's the only thing that counts now. Oh, thank the gods you didn't take a photograph of it at least. Initiate Tonga procedure.
What the heck is a Tonga procedure?
You two, follow me. Quickly.
No, you can't make me. I know what that thing is. I won't. I'd rather die than... I won't let it take me.
You'll never stay alive out there, Sullivan. Dr. Guerrero, Sullivan has decided to brave the storm. Yes, we heard. He was the one who read the subject's file, wasn't he? Then he certainly made an informed decision. Mr. Leclerc demands our attention now, as he has only minutes if we don't act.
Minutes?
Yes, Mr. Leclerc, we did warn you that there would be serious ramifications for violating the containment procedure. It was all right there in your handbook. Now, if you interpreted that to mean punitive action by the Institute, then you are sadly mistaken.
All I did was take a look at it.
And thanks to that bit of Orphic brilliance, it can now see you. Do you understand? I'm very sorry.
What do you mean, it can see me?
Wherever you are in the world, no matter how distant, it will come for you. Our only hope now is to contain it before... Dr. Kemp! The lights, please! You'll need to override the emergency systems. Mr. Leclerc, please stand just here, right where the X is marked.
How's that going to...
Mr. Leclerc, if you want to survive, you will do as you're told. Now please stand on the X.
What the...
Are you standing on the X, Leclerc?
Yes, but...
Good. Then Armstrong, you're with me now. Just move toward the... There's no time. Stay where you are, Armstrong, and...
You stay away from me! You... Help me!
Quiet now, Armstrong.
Is it gonna...
Just stay there as Dr. Kemp and I initiate the recontainment protocol. We should have things under control in just a moment. Dr. Kemp? I'm on it, Dr.
Should be just another minute and... Sir, the emergency systems are rebooting. I can't stop them.
Armstrong, close your eyes.
Dr. Guerrero? Dr. Kemp? Please.
Mr. Armstrong, continue to keep your eyes closed. I apologize for expeditious exit. However, there are certain mitigating factors. Dr. Kemp?
I saw it, sir. I couldn't help it.
Nor I, Kemp. I suppose that makes things rather straightforward, doesn't it?
Are you gonna leave me in here with...
Of course not, Armstrong. In fact, you've just become the only one of us who can make it out of this base alive. Hopefully by the time the retrieval team arrives, well, I suppose that's putting the cart before the horse. I suppose I was always curious to know myself. To see more than just a drawing. It is terrifying, truly. But it seems fitting, after being here with it so long.
What's it doing?
Trying to find a way out, of course.
But these walls...
Are of no use, I'm afraid. 3 inches of steel reinforced with carbon nanotubes, but there may as well be strong words. No known material can stop it. That will certainly help you out of there before... well, just before.
I'm scared.
Have patience, Armstrong. Just keep your eyes closed. Whatever happens.
Is it behind me?
Yes, it is, I'm afraid. Please try to stay calm. Just a few more moments. Subject is secure in a secondary containment, though I suppose that, too, is only temporary.
LeClaire.
Yes, that was a most unfortunate business. There was no saving him, I'm afraid, and we required his cooperation to get him out of here without a struggle.
But where'd he go?
The subject is capable of distending its jaw for more than 4 times out of a typical mammal. Remarkable adaptation, really.
Now then, follow me.
No, you're probably just lying to me too.
I know how unlikely it is that you'll heed my words, Armstrong, but they're those of a dead man. In a scant few minutes, you should be the only remaining human inhabitant of this base. I fully intend that you survive until the cleanup team comes from Ushuaia. They'll know what to expect, within reason. Did you keep your eyes closed as I instructed?
Yeah.
Then fortunately, you're in no danger. Or little danger, anyway. But we have a few precautions to make.
So what am I supposed to do?
Just stay here. Keep your door closed. Keep your eyes closed if you wish. That's all. It should be over quickly.
And that?
Yes. Death never takes a wise man by surprise, as the saying goes. In the event of contamination.
You mean if I see it?
It's faced, yes. It shouldn't come in here, but if the door is breached as a result of its, efforts, that is the last resort. To destroy it.
And me with it?
And you. Though perhaps it would be a kinder fate to the one awaiting Dr. Kemp and myself. Do be brave. There are worse ways for a life to end.
You really believe that?
Stay hidden, Armstrong. Live well. That's our cue. Chin up, man. It'll all be over soon.
What happened next was easily inferred from the extent of the damage.
You stay right there. You hear me? You stay.
Just stay there. Just stay there. Thank God, it's gone.
Armstrong.
No. No. Never!
That was what we found upon our arrival mere hours later, the burned bodies intertwined, a final testament to the subject's raw destructive power.
Bag everything.
At the time, I considered us lucky to have contained what might have otherwise been ground zero of a massive chain reaction. Yet it was upon our return to the Institute's New England campus that my doubts began to surface. Audio surveillance from within the base indicated that Security Officer Armstrong did not at any point directly witness the subject colloquially known as Shy Guy, and this was my first indication that all may not have unfolded as it seemed. The damage to the two corpses discovered in the control room was so extensive that physiology was not immediately taken into account when they were retrieved and flown to the Institute for analysis. Though the first set of remains were definitely matched to dental records of Security Officer Armstrong, subsequent study revealed that the second set of remains did not, in fact, belong to the subject as expected. The arms were far too short for one thing, the shape of the skull too humanoid. After all, my containment crew recovered no trace of the security officer Sullivan. Whatever knowledge of the subject drove him out of the base and into the storm that night, was it not possible that the exposure to the frigid elements and survival instinct just as quickly drove him back inside?
Armstrong. No. Never!
The most piece of this puzzle was the thing I unwittingly encountered after my containment team first breached the base. I had only meant to collect the cellular device as evidence, but I was so focused on determining what had happened to spell the dead man's doom. My gloved finger must have pressed the power button and then... Tenacity and curiosity are so very human after all. I had hoped what I saw then was harmless, given the fate I assumed had befallen the subject. But after all I learned after returning to the Institute and beginning my inquiry, the Shy Guy, the Rake, whatever the creature's true name, I cannot blame it for its nature. It displays no sentience, no higher function. Yet, perhaps we simply lack the tools to understand it better. After all, it is not entirely of our world. Nearly 9,000 miles stand between Randolph Carter Base and the Institute's main campus, and 3 days have elapsed since I left that accursed land. Accounting for the subject's top speed of miles per hour, I have estimated my time is short. I have seen it, and now it will see me. I have destroyed the other evidence. The photo on the cell phone for which LeClaire and so many others paid with their lives. The chain reaction has been stopped before it has begun, or so I can only hope. Time is short. Time is short. Oh God, I cannot help but wonder, what shall I see in that horrible face when the creature comes for me?
Oh God! All right, stay alert, everyone. It could be anywhere.
And remember, don't look at it.
I heard you the first time.
It's here!
Scott! You okay?
I don't think I'll make it, LT.
We need medevac, stat!
Don't worry about me. Just go get that son of a gun.
No!
We should get moving.
Right. Let's go. It couldn't have gotten too far.
You missed him, Hooper.
Well, it's hard to aim when your eyes are closed.
We unloaded into that thing. Why didn't it die?
SCP-096 is almost impervious to all forms of firearms. It was all in the briefing.
Right.
Move it, soldiers!
Ooh, why is it so cold out?
Seriously?
What?
Just keep marching.
Well, sorry.
Hold up. I've lost the tracks.
It's this dang wind.
Keep your eyes peeled.
How does one peel their eyes?
Corey, you need to shape up. This is real. The danger is real. I need you to be serious.
Sorry, I deal with these situations with humor. It's just who I am.
We'll put a sock in it as long as you're under my command.
All right. I think I just saw it.
Where?
It's over there. Now it's there.
It's circling us, waiting for the time to strike. Be ready.
I've got the blinder ready.
Good. It's coming at us from 12 degrees. You ready, Hooper?
Ready.
We got it!
Way to go, Hooper!
It was nothing.
Just so we're clear, no one laid their eyes on it, right?
No, sir.
Yeah, maybe, but probably not.
Okay. Let's get it back before it starts trying to escape. Glad that nightmare's over.
Me too. It's a shame about Scott.
He was a good man.
Were you close?
I try not to get too attached to anyone. It makes it easier.
That's cold. Colder than these Arctic winds.
That's what this job does to you, I guess. It just makes you cold and hard.
Hey, Hoop. If that ever happens to me, give me a good smack.
Don't call me Hoop.
Look alive, the general's coming.
All right, everyone. Good work.
Yeah, it was nothing.
You have made up for some past mistakes. That doesn't mean you can't make more. Stay sharp.
We will, sir.
Now your next assignment will be a bit more difficult. But given your performance today, I think you can handle it.
Another assignment?
Corey, we're going to be doing these assignments